as well. I think it came out a couple of months ago. So I'm gonna shake it. It's very liquidy type of primer, so if you don't like that sort of product, probably this is not your thing. I will put maybe about that sort of amount, and I'm going to be using my Real Technique stippling brush. I must say I thank Samantha Chapman for coming up with this brush. I cannot live without this brush. This is like holy grail. I use it every day to put on everything, from my foundation to my concealer to my, brush like blusher. I use this brush, and I think I paid $12.99 from Boots, and to be honest with you, it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. So if you are looking for a brush that you can use it for a lot of stuff, go for this. Okay, I'll be using this. I will dab this on like as if I'm putting on my foundation. I would be using the same techniques on my primer as well. Don't worry about the color being a little bit white. If your foundation color is a little bit dark or is exact match of your skin color, it is good to have a primer which is a little bit white underneath, because that will light up your face and not make it too dark. Really bring the primer into your hairline so there's no color difference between your forehead and your face. Okay, and you can put a little bit on your eyes, but not much. Bear in mind, this is not eye primer, so you can't really use it as an eye primer. I just put it so that the color is not different. Okay. If you have any extra, you can always put on under your chin. Never waste a product. You see, they're very pricey products, so there's no point you wasting it. See, it's such a luxurious brush to use it. It's like just the way you buffing it in is so nice that you just want to keep doing it the whole day. Right, the primer is done. So you have to let the primer sink in a little bit, okay? Don't put your foundation on straight away, which what's going to happen is your foundation going to slide if you don't let the primer sit and melt onto your skin. So just let it sink in a little bit. For the time being, what you can do is use your under-eye concealer or brightening concealer. You will say the one that you're going to need a little bit of help with a light reflecting particle. Put it where you have a dark shadow on your face, such as around your mouth, under your eyes. That's definitely you need it. So you can either use a brush or a blending sponge such as this. Okay, so I'll use the sponge for this because I just want to show you. Okay, dab it on. You don't need to blend it. This you can just dab it on. But if you buff it too much or if you blend it too much, the color just gonna give away and it's not gonna make any difference at all. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay, by the time you've done this, your primer will be already settled onto your skin, so you can go ahead and put on your foundation. But that is where this product comes in. If you really like a fresh face look in the winter and you want your face to look really innocent, this is the type of product you should go for. Okay, it doesn't really necessarily have to be a tint. You can always go for a cream blusher or any type of product that can help, but I found this works really well for my face. So this is a cheek tint. Bear in mind this will stain your hands, and if you use your hands to blend it in, it will stain your hand pretty bad. So if you don't like it, try to use a brush. But I don't do that. I just straight put it on my finger and I'll blend. I do this before I put on the foundation. You will see why. Okay, so you do this before you put on your foundation. Put that much, not much, that much. Smile. It needs to go onto upper of your cheeks. There you go. And you blend. Okay, it may look quite scary right now. Don't worry about it. You do the same thing on the other side of your cheeks. It may look quite scary right now, but don't worry, okay? Don't worry, I promise it's gonna look nice. Put a little bit on your lips. And then, this is where you're gonna go ahead and put on your foundation. You're gonna absolutely get it, what I'm trying to do. But like I said, look at my hands. It's gonna stain, so afterward you can wash it off, don't worry about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation. I'm gonna get my foundation brush, and the foundation that I'm using is the MAC Match Master Foundation. I'm usually NC42 in other Match foundation, but this one, the MAC Rep Matched it as 5.0. I found this color a little bit dark for my skin, but if I balance out with the primer, I can still work it. Okay, so this is a new foundation. I think it came out 2 months ago. So I'm gonna put in maybe about 3 pumps. Yep. Okay, and I'm gonna dab with the brush as this. Make sure you have an equal amount of product across your brush. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and dab it on your face. You might probably think, what is the point? You just put on the blush and then you put the foundation on the top. It's not going to show. Wait till it's finished. Wait till the foundation settles onto your skin. You will see the difference. Okay, this is why I want to show you about this blending sponge. Okay, normally if you just use the brush, you can see how different the colors is between my forehead and the hairline. This is where you use the sponge for. Use the sponge and bring the foundation towards the hairline like this. Do the same thing throughout your face. Okay, by doing that, you're not going to have a different sort of color on your forehead, and the color will be balanced. Okay, so always make sure you have a sponge like this. Okay, so now I have finished doing my foundation. I think it's because of the light, you can't probably see, but if it's in the natural daylight, you can really see there's a blushing of color on my cheeks there. You can see now. Okay, so it's really make your face really rosy. You can't probably see as clearly now because I just put on my foundation, but if you really let your foundation settle for half an hour, this red color really comes through. You don't really even have to put any more blusher into it, and it makes it gives your cheeks really rosy glow. So I really like it. I think if you want to pull up a really innocent sort of look, this is definitely the products to go for. Staying power wise, I would probably say it stays so much better on the cheeks than on the lips. Because it's a lip tint, we always expect it to last longer, but this is not the case with this. If you eat or drink something, this is gonna come off. Okay, so you definitely need to keep it handy in your bag and top it up the whole day. But on the cheeks, it lasts the whole day. It will stay like this for the whole day. But if you have an oily skin, you might have to touch it up during the day. Like at the end of the day, you might have to put a powder or anything to keep this the shine that coming through. Okay, so this is how it looks. It looks a little bit white for the time being. The reason being, I just put it on, but once it's subtle, it gives you really rosy cheeks, and which I love, love, love. So if you want to accentuate the rosiness in your lips, you can always go ahead and put on your gloss, which makes it more natural. I don't have any pink gloss, but if you have a pink gloss, it's so much better. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that, and that's it. Okay, so for the foundation white, the Match Master foundation, I have used MAC Studio Fix Plus, Studio Sculpt, and Studio, the one that comes in a pot, that really, really thick, full coverage foundation, which breaks me out like nobody business. And Studio Pro Longwear and Match Master as the latest. My verdict on the Match Master foundation, it is very good. It is so luxurious to put it on your face. It's not as thick as the Studio Sculpt, and it is not quick drying as the Pro Longwear, but I found this color change by the end of the day. It oxidized a little bit, and you can find your face a little bit more orange at the end of the day, which might not be ideal for people who don't like the color change on your foundation. Otherwise, like the price and stuff like that, obviously this one comes in 35 ml and this is 30 ml. You can notice the size difference, so you do get a lot more than what you usually pay for. And it comes with the pump already, so you don't really have to waste your money buying a pump again. So which is kind of good and economical. But if you after a foundation that's gonna last a whole day and the color doesn't change as much, I would really recommend you go for Pro Longwear. But bearing in mind, Pro Longwear can probably be a little bit lighter on your skin. If you're NC42, I use NC40, and I found this a little bit light on my skin, but as the day goes by, after it oxidizes, it stays okay on my skin, so I would probably say it's good. So I would say out of all the MAC foundation, I always find the Studio Fix Fluid the best, and I'll probably be going back to it pretty soon. It doesn't break me out. It costs only like £19, which is ideal, and I just loved it. If you're taking photographs or anything like that, just go for Studio Fix Fluid. You're gonna have an absolute spot on picture with that. No problem with your makeup. Okay, no whiteness, nothing, and your skin's gonna look flawless. So with the Match Master foundation, I think I'm just gonna have to give it a few more times, and probably I'll start liking it. But this Soap and Glory Cheekmate, absolutely amazing. Loved it. I don't mind it doesn't stay on my lips. I don't want it to stay on my lips. I want it to stay on my cheeks, and I loved it. So if you ever have a chance, go into Boots, and if there is a 3 for 2 offer or a few discounts on the item, definitely grab this and give it a try. Okay, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, just drop your question down below. I'm gonna reply ASAP. Love you all, and thanks for watching my video. Peace out.